Before we begin, make sure you smash the like button, leave your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to JIKOOK Lover because today's story is one that has ARMY all over the world asking the same question. Have we been missing a huge part of Jimin's role all along? A resurfaced interview with world-renowned producer Diplo has suddenly reignited one of the biggest debates on the internet. Did Jimin contribute far more creatively to Into the Sun than most people realize? Or has social media taken one producer's words completely out of context? Stay with us until the very end, because the deeper we dig into the original interview, the more surprising this story becomes. And the final detail might completely change the way you see Jimin's involvement forever. The story began resurfacing when an old interview featuring internationally acclaimed producer Diplo started making the rounds on social media once again. At first, it looked like just another short video clip that fans had already seen years ago. But this time, something was different. Thousands of viewers began replaying one particular moment over and over again. They weren't focused on the music itself. They weren't talking about BTS as a whole. Instead, one name suddenly became the center of attention once again: Jimin. Within hours, screenshots of the interview spread across X, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and fan communities around the world. Some fans described it as proof that Jimin's creative influence had been underestimated for years. Others argued that people were reading far too much into Diplo's words. The debate quickly became one of the hottest discussions in the BTS fandom. So what exactly did Diplo say? According to the interview, Diplo recalled the creative process behind Into the Sun. Rather than describing a rigid recording session where every note had already been planned, he painted a picture of an evolving collaboration. During that process, Jimin reportedly experimented with different vocal ideas and melodies. Diplo explained that one particular vocal approach immediately caught everyone's attention inside the studio. That single comment was enough to ignite countless interpretations. Some fans believed this meant Jimin had fundamentally shaped one of the most memorable parts of the song. Others pointed out that contributing ideas during a recording session is not the same as receiving official songwriting credits. In the music industry, songwriting credits depend on contractual agreements and the specific nature of each contribution. As a result, discussions quickly shifted from admiration to speculation. Then another detail entered the conversation. Several online posts claimed that the producers themselves admitted the chorus became stronger because of Jimin's suggestion. These posts spread incredibly fast, often accompanied by dramatic captions suggesting that an important truth had been hidden from the public. But was that really what happened? This is where separating facts from assumptions becomes extremely important. There is a significant difference between saying an artist inspired a creative decision, contributed ideas during the recording process, or officially wrote part of the song. These are not always treated the same way in professional music production. Recording sessions are often highly collaborative, with singers experimenting freely until everyone agrees on the strongest performance. Many producers have spoken publicly about how artists influence songs without necessarily becoming official songwriters. Sometimes a vocalist changes the emotional delivery. Sometimes they suggest a melody variation. Sometimes they improvise harmonies that become part of the final recording. These creative moments are incredibly valuable, but they do not automatically translate into publishing credits. That distinction has become one of the biggest points of confusion surrounding this story. Still, fans couldn't ignore one fascinating aspect of Diplo's comments. Rather than simply praising his voice, Diplo described someone who actively participated in shaping the emotional direction of the performance. For many ARMY members, this wasn't entirely surprising. After all, Jimin has long been recognized for his remarkable attention to detail. Whether performing live on stage, recording in the studio, or rehearsing choreography, he has earned a reputation for relentlessly refining every tiny element until it feels emotionally authentic. Many collaborators have previously mentioned his perfectionism. They often describe someone who doesn't settle for the first good take, but continues searching until the emotion feels completely genuine. Could that same mindset have influenced the recording of Into the Sun? Many fans certainly believe so. Others urge caution. Without official documentation confirming additional songwriting contributions, they argue that viewers should appreciate Diplo's compliment without turning it into claims that cannot be verified. Interestingly, this disagreement has actually strengthened the discussion rather than ending it. Across fan forums, thousands of users began revisiting old interviews, behind-the-scenes footage, and translated producer comments. Some discovered interviews they had never seen before. Others noticed details they had previously overlooked. The conversation gradually evolved into something much larger than one song. It became a discussion about artistic recognition. How much creative input does an artist need before fans consider them a co-creator? Should official credits always reflect every meaningful contribution inside a recording studio? Or is the music industry simply more complicated than most listeners realize? These questions have no simple answers. Professional songwriting can involve composers, lyricists, arrangers, producers, vocal directors, engineers, session musicians, and performers, all contributing in different ways. Every project establishes its own standards for determining credits. That complexity explains why similar debates happen throughout the global music industry. Even so, one undeniable outcome emerged from Diplo's interview. It reminded millions of listeners that Jimin is appreciated not only for his voice, but also for his musical instincts. That realization resonated deeply with many fans. Social media quickly filled with clips celebrating his artistry. Some highlighted live performances. Others shared recording sessions, showing his careful attention to vocal expression. Longtime fans responded by saying this wasn't new information at all. They argued that anyone who had followed Jimin's career closely already knew how deeply involved he becomes in perfecting every performance. Newer fans, however, found themselves discovering another side of him. Instead of seeing only the charismatic performer on stage, they began appreciating the thoughtful musician working behind the scenes. Perhaps that is why this interview continues generating so much attention years later. It doesn't rely on controversy alone. Instead, it encourages people to look more closely at the creative process itself. More often, it develops through collaboration, experimentation, unexpected inspiration, and countless revisions. According to Diplo's recollection, Jimin appears to have played an important role in that creative environment. Exactly how large that role was remains open to interpretation. And perhaps that uncertainty is precisely what keeps this story alive. Every few months, another clip resurfaces. Another translation circulates online. Another wave of reactions begins. The discussion starts all over again. Some viewers become convinced they have uncovered a forgotten piece of BTS history. Others insist nothing new has actually been revealed. Yet despite these disagreements, one fact remains difficult to dispute. Diplo spoke positively about Jimin's creative presence. He described someone capable of influencing the atmosphere inside the studio. For many artists, earning that level of respect from internationally recognized producers is already a remarkable achievement. Whether or not official songwriting credits tell the complete story, moments like these reveal something equally meaningful. They demonstrate the trust collaborators place in an artist's musical judgment. Perhaps that is the real takeaway from this entire discussion. Not hidden conspiracies, not secret credits, not dramatic cover-ups, but genuine respect between musicians creating something together. If producers openly acknowledge that an artist's ideas helped shape the emotional impact of a song, should that contribution always be reflected publicly? Or is there still another untold chapter behind the making of Into the Sun that fans have yet to discover? To be continued. L.